We're going to go back out to Chicago right now. MASN broadcast booth, Baseball Hall of Famer Jim Palmer. And Jim, what happened in that bullpen tonight?
Well, Givens had to come in back-to-back nights. You know, Cashner last night had a 3-0 lead. He only goes 5 innings, so they needed 4 innings out of their bullpen. Givens throws 28 pitches. They were high-stress innings where he came in with runners at second and third, got a pop-up, couple of strikeouts. Next inning, puts another inning in because of, again, O'Day's out. Mike Wright's got an ERA of 7.88. You got, Tanner Scott. You just have a lot of inexperience. Rule 5 guy in Arujo. So again, you're limited at who you can bring in. Britton's doing his simulated games, but he's really effective. Brock had to come in to get the save after going to an inning and a third up in Boston. So again, the bullpen's been somewhat overused, and they're not as long as they usually are. I think it takes its effect, but back-to-back nights after the pressure that Givens had, because he was marvelous last night, and the bullpen as a whole, 4 shutout innings, that's what you needed, a 1-run lead. Tonight, not the same case.
Jim, I talked to Tom earlier about the balance in our offense, too. Trumbo 4 hits, but only 3 hits other than that throughout the entire order. I would have thought against James Shields tonight that these guys would have made at least pretty good contact. It didn't seem like that worked out.
Well, he pitched well. Only the second inning. Other than that, it was a vintage 36-year-old for a guy that had, about 2,450 innings, that changed speeds, dropped his arm angles. Sure, you've caught guys that, figured it out as they got a little bit older. I certainly tried to do it. Didn't always work out well. But, again, against our lineup, if you can change speeds, and Shields was able to do that, cutters and sliders and Ephus's pitches at 68 miles per hour, he kept them in the game. He doesn't get the win. So again, he's pitched like his last 5 starts. He's pitched well in 4 of them, so he's reinvented himself. And against this lineup, you get a scouting report. They're all pretty good fastball hitters. They didn't have a whole lot of chances to do that, and he mixed up his other stuff well. And meanwhile, they stayed in the ball game, and then they came back and got the clutch hits, something the Orioles couldn't do to get those 5 or 6 runs that you talked about.
Well, Jim, as always, we appreciate your comments. We'll chat with you tomorrow for Game 3 of the 4-game series there in Chicago.